Okay, so today we're going to be covering the elusive lists, dicts, dictionaries, and uh, the iterators, but I just shortened it to its, so it lists, dicts, and its. So we're going to start off with what is a list? So I'd like to introduce you to something non-related, but I'm going to use it to type out my emotions about this, called a comment, where we just do that. None of this will be parsed by the code, and it will just be skipped over. We can end it with a semicolon like that if you want to. Otherwise, it'll just end on the next new line. Do a multi-line one like that. All right. So a list is a collection of items in a specific order. I'm going to have a list of numbers. So 1, 2, 3 it would be a list of numbers. We can have a list of strings. Hello, world. And we can have a list of both if we want to. If hello, 1, world, 2. Very nice. But what's a dictionary? A dictionary is a set of keys and values, just like a word dictionary. You can look up a key. So let's say we have the key A, and you can get its value back. Let's say A has a value of 2, and B has a value of 7. This is really good for data storage, because then you can do dot A, and that will be 2, or dot B, and that'll be 7. And so a dictionary is a set of keys and values. So let's mess around with this. Let's assign this to a variable. Let's say var dict is equal to new dictionary, and dictionaries are defined similar to scopes with the curly brackets, but they're not bodies or scopes. That's just a correlation. So we have the dict, and let's use our example earlier. A is 2, B is 7, C is that. Let's just run this. Everything seems to be fine. That number isn't crashing anything. But how do we access a value in the dict? So let's do our variable dot and then the name of the key. In this case, it's the string A. So it'll be dict.a, quotes. Oopsies, you saw nothing, and run. Hmm. Huh. Maybe its number is crashing something, and that's why it's not showing. Yeah, okay. But that number might have gone over the 64-bit limit a bit. So we're just gonna ignore that. So we can do A, do B, do C. Oh, C. So let's make a list now. And we're gonna call this list. And we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we get this similar, except we use the index of the list. So we do list.0. In programming, lists start at 0. So 1 is the 0th element, 2 is the first, and so on. So if we do list.0, it null. It might be because list is already a predefined. No, I was just doing it completely wrong. It's actually dash. Yeah, so list-0 is going to be 1. Now it's going to get kind of confusing with the ordered set we have here, so let's just do 3. Like that. Okay, so it's going to get the first one, and that'll be that. So if we have that one, it's going to get 56. And this should be 2. All right. Now, let's iterate over this list. So a very simple way to do this would just be for I in 0, and then we can do the function size of this, and it'll return a number, which is the size of the list. In this case, it's going to be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. So it's going to go, so I is going to go 0, 1, 2, 3. And then let's just print list-I. If all goes according to plan, nothing will work like usual. So let's just try debugging our program. Let's print I. So it appears that size is not working. We are back. It was a simple bug in the code of the actual programming language. We should all be good now. I forgot to actually update, so now we should all be good. Yes, okay. So now we can do list-I. Voila. Okay. But what if we want an easier way to do this? Well, we can actually use the reverse arrow. This is called the iterator arrow, and it allows us to take items out of the list. The items actually stay in the list. It allows us to retrieve each item one by one. So if we just pass in lists here, now, look at that. Much easier. It iterates over each item in the list. We can do this with the Dicts too. It'll iterate over each key. Or, I don't know if that actually works. Doesn't seem to. Might not. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now, it's not actually in any particular order, so it's going to be in a random order. But now if we just do like that, voila! If we want to, we can make our own little string here using the addition operator. And we have to make this a string first. I think that's it. It might actually be a toString. No, it's definitely string. Let's see, that works. Yeah, okay, sorry. I just had to convert them to strings first. But it'll print out each one and each value. And very easy. That's how iterators work. It allows you to iterate over a list. Also, dicts and lists are very easy. Use dot syntax to access them. Now you may be wondering, how do I add items to a list? Now, there's a very easy way. If we just, not there, here, in our functions, there are actually some functions that allow us to manage lists, like pop, extend, and insert. Now, the one we're looking for is called append. So we can do, first let's print out our list. Then we can do append. And let's just add 17 to it, like that. Then if we print it again, you can see it has 17 at the end. Now, later we'll cover more static types, like arrays and maps, which are easier to manage, but more strict versions of these lists and dictionaries. But we're not there yet, and it requires some skills like recipes and package managing. So I'll visit that in the future. Until then, stay tuned. And, well, actually, there's not much else. Bye.